In this video, I'm going to introduce you to one of my Bright Line Eating mastermind friends, and we're going to talk about why we think Bright Line Eating is the best program for weight loss. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Angela, and you're probably wondering who is this lovely lady beside me. This is
April Golightly.
April is one of my mastermind group friends, and we just formed a mastermind. We're actually real life friends who go way back, and we had a little mini mastermind for a while. It was 3 of us, and then we just welcomed another one to the fold. So now we have a full mastermind with 4 people. If you're interested in learning how to form a mastermind through Bright Line Eating, click up here or wherever it is up there, one of these places, for a video I did teaching you how to do that. But today I wanted to talk to April because she has already had success with Bright Line Eating. We talk about it all the time. We have a Marco Polo chat that we're always checking in with each other like every day. So introduce them to everybody, tell them about you, and talk a little bit about Bright Line Eating.
This is my puppy.
Puppy needs to be in the video.
Come here, puppy.
Oh, he didn't want me. Ooh, we should also give a shout out for her Twice the Dreams Etsy shop, which I will link below. She made this mask, and she makes mask and headband sets. And they can match, like, so cute.
Yes, and we do mommy and me also. Mm-hmm. So there's this cute little knot headband, and then there's also a bow headband for the kids.
So good because the patterns are off the chain.
We love palm print here. Mm-hmm. Yes. Hi, I'm April Golightly, and I'm super excited to share with you that I've lost 20 pounds on the Bright Line Eating plan. And it's all because of Angela.
Whee!
I'm homeschooling my daughter right now instead of virtual schooling, and I'm also doing the Bright Line Eating plan. I am a full-time blogger, a full-time mom, and I have several businesses, including the Twice the Dream. So I'm definitely super busy, but the cool thing about Bright Line Eating is that I actually now have more time on my hands.
Okay, first of all, let's talk about, you're down 20 pounds on Bright Line Eating. How long have you been doing it, and what attracted you to the program?
So I've been doing it about 3 months now, and what attracted me was seeing Angela lose weight on Instagram. I just noticed that I've been following her forever, and I've also been friends with her forever, and I noticed that she was like shedding pounds like crazy. So I was like, okay, what are you doing? And she actually posted a book photo with the book, and I was like, okay, I now know what you're doing, but I need to know more. So tell me. She told me to get the book, and I started immediately reading it, and I immediately got into it, and we started using the Marco Polo app, and basically we talk all the time about Bright Line Eating, what we're eating, we're doing right, and a lot of times what we talk about ends up on the channel because she talks about it. We talk about it in advance, and then you do a video on it.
Right, you're like asking me questions, and I'm like, you know what, this needs to be a video, because if I'm answering your question about it, that means somebody else has a question about it too. Definitely. So you've done other things before to lose weight. Talk about that.
Yes, I've done keto before. I've done the quick weight loss. I've taken medications to lose weight. Done Weight Watchers. All the different things. And this one is honestly most life-changing. Not only
what? Say it again.
Okay, this is the most life-changing.
This is the most life-changing. What about it makes it the most life-changing for you?
I think it's because I realized that I'm a 10 out of 10 on the susceptibility scale, and I just have so many food thoughts in my head that I need something that really tells me what to do.
I think that what people need to understand is that if you are a 10 out of 10 on the food susceptibility scale, which I have linked below in the description box, you got to take the quiz, see where you are, see what your number is. If you're a 10 out of 10, which many people are, and we are, you got to take it seriously, and you have to understand that this program is really set up for brains like ours. Because if you are, there's one girl in our mastermind who we just absorbed, and she's a 3 out of 10, and she doesn't need it as much as we do. Definitely. Because I told her, I was like, you could go do Weight Watchers and you would probably find success on that. You could do keto or whatever else you want to do, because you don't have the addicted personality brain that we have.
Right, and that's why I think keto did not work for me, because I was eating coconut flour, almond flour, still eating different xylitol and stuff like that.
Artificial sweeteners.
Yes, exactly. And I think that kind of still had my palate wanting the bad things, wanting regular sugar and regular flour and sodas and things like that. This kind of gives me the freedom where once you get past the original point of like being on it, you like not craving anymore, which is fantastic. And then your brain is like freed up to do so many different things. Like I was able to start this headband business because honestly, I have all this time on my hands that's not thinking about food and not, you know, preparing food, and just I also have more energy. So I have the energy to have several businesses that are successful.
And we talked about this between us before we, ever decided to do a video together, but we thought about food all day. Like from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed, I was, consumed by food thoughts, and I think it's just the addictable brain. And so when April touches on, the mental freedom that you have, do not underestimate how powerful that is, because you don't realize what you're capable of until you remove your drug of choice, which for us, it was like sugar and flour.
Yeah, unfortunately. So, but it's nice to know that it was really an addiction, and it wasn't really our fault that our brains just constantly want it. It's really like, I don't know how to say it.
We're either born this way, or there are circumstances in life that can make your brain this way. And I say this because Dr. Susan Pierce Thompson, the founder of Bright Line Eating, who I quote in like every video I make, has talked about rats that are, study rats that are born this way. Like you're genetically born. I feel like I was genetically predisposed to be a food addict. And, I don't know if your family has a history of this or whatever, mine does. So I think that, to start doing the Bright Line Eating program and to take the plunge, as you have seen and as she is testifying to all of you, it's a life-changing experience. And I think that's why people like us are trying to, preach the message, because there are so many people out there who wouldn't even know about the program or consider doing it because they think it's too extreme. Like they think it's like, you don't live a full life, or, how can you live your life without a sugar or whatever.
Right, where it just like opens everything up for you in a way. Like it seems impossible to not eat sugar and flour, but like once you start doing it, you don't need it. You don't crave it. You don't miss it. Which is fantastic. And if anything, it makes you feel terrible that you're eating it, and then afterwards you're like, what is happening to me? I have a headache. I don't feel well. I think it's your body is like rejecting it because it's not good for you.
They say sugar is the main ager. And aside from weight loss, aside from brain addiction or whatever, just cutting sugar out of your diet, I believe that your health is going to explode no matter what. We're not doctors, we're not nutritionists or whatever, but it's common sense, right? Sugar, I think, is evil. Like it's the devil.
Yeah.
Get out,
Yeah, it's almost like to the point where you're like thinking these like places that serve candies and stuff are like pushers almost, You're like, okay, slow down. Stop.
I don't eat that. That's NMF. On Bright Line Eating, we say that's not my food. So what else do you think you would tell to somebody who maybe is on the fence about Bright Line Eating? They're like, oh, it's too extreme, or, how could you touched on it. You were like, how can you live your life without sugar or flour? What would you tell them to make them realize the value of doing this program?
So I think that the freedom part of it, it's not just like it's happy, thin, and free. And I think the freedom portion of it is that you're more free to do and be anything you want to be because of it. And my brain is just not constantly being pulled towards food. Like I should not be thinking about food 24/7. Like we shouldn't, how can we live our lives if food is like the topic of choice always?
One of the mantras that they say frequently in Bright Line Eating is, I choose to eat my food in black and white so that I can live my life in full color. And my mentor in Bright Line Eating had said that to me, and I wrote that down because I'm like, that is what it really is. There are people who would say, you're living an insane life because you're choosing not to eat sugar. But to me, I was living an insane life when I was addicted to sugar and was binge eating every night and was spending a lot of money on food that I shouldn't, and just feeling gross because I ate so much. I think that's insanity. So it really is a perspective shift, and it's how you look at it. Like what is the most important thing to you? What is your priority? Do you want to eat that sugar, or do you want to be like thin and live longer for your loved ones? I got a kid.
Look younger.
I'm thinking, we're moms, like we have kids, like we want to be there for them in 50, 60 years. And I think the way I was eating makes that kind of impossible, because I believe the way I was eating, if I had continued down that path for another 50 years, that would shorten my life because it was very unhealthy. I was pre-diabetic. before I started Bright Line Eating, and I haven't gotten my numbers done, but surely I'm not anymore because I'm down 55 pounds.
Yeah, and I had gestational diabetes, so I am more prone to being diabetic. So I was always concerned, and that's why I was doing keto. But even with that, it wasn't giving me the freedom. I was still like ordering the keto ice cream and things like that, and I wasn't really losing on it. This way I'm actually losing, and I just feel better.
We talked about that earlier when you said we feel better. Earlier this week on our Marco Polo chat, you were telling our new mastermind friend that you're like, I don't have, when I was doing keto, I didn't have the energy that I have now. Like, you feel light, you feel good. Talk about that.
So just in general, like when I wake up in the morning, I wake up before everybody else so that I have some time to myself. And I do some of the things that Susan Pierce Thompson recommends is like meditation and journaling, and I just feel like more wholehearted, I guess, that my world just seems better because of it. I've kind of incorporated, if I can be successful at this, I can be successful at other things as well.
Last question of the day is, what tips would you give for a beginner? What do you wish you had known when you first started 3 months ago? And by the way, 20 pounds in 3 months is like, I think that's, a proof of performance as well. And you're not a crystal vaser. Like, no, you've had some fall offs, but you resume and look at your massive success.
Yeah, I definitely, okay, this is what I would say is, if you are 100% like on it, if you can be a crystal vaser, do it. Because once you eat that bite off plan, then getting back on is hard. And it's not that it's like impossible to resume, but it is harder to do it the second time around. And I just wish I had never eaten off plan, because I'd probably be like 30 pounds down right now.
I feel you. I feel you, right?
Yes.
It's so true.
And then within the last like week and a half, just getting back on took several days to do it. And then eventually when I did get back on, like, I feel great again. And I was like so mad at myself for like messing up the last time. I'm just like, don't do it.
I feel like for people who are watching that are like, what is a crystal vaser? I'm gonna give a quick explanation that it's a person on Bright Line Eating who has never broken a line. Like, you have followed the plan 100% from day one, and we envy you, because that is not us. That is not our journey. That is not our path. However, you can be successful not being a perfect crystal vaser. No. We think that path is the easiest. So don't let your addictive voice tell you to eat off Bright Line Eating. But when you do fall off, you can get back on, as we both have. I'm laughing at your like, I'd be down 30 pounds because this morning, I was watching old YouTube videos of me when I was talking about like, I'm down 55 pounds. And I was like, that was 3 months ago. And I'm down 55 pounds because I kept, I would fall off and then I would binge for like 4 weeks, if not 6 weeks. I don't even know. I quit counting. And then I would get back on and I'd lose the weight back down. But I'm always like, stop with the one bite. Stop with the one bite. But here's the thing. For me, I'm grateful for every learning experience, because even when I eat on plan or when I don't eat on plan, I'm learning something. It's information, it's feedback. Definitely. And now I'm not going to mess with my minds, because I know what happens. See, what had happened was at my husband's birthday party, and I talked about this in other videos, I had like some NMD, which is not my drink, in NMD, we use that acronym in Bright Line Eating. It was some wine, and it, I think, lowered my inhibitions. I started binging that night, and then I was off for 4 to 6 weeks. And it, once I'm back on, I'm back on. I've been on for 40 days, like clean and sober 40 days. But
me, it's like 6 days. Okay. But I still feel better. Yeah. And I'm just so excited. And I keep putting in my calendar like day 6 with a little star being like, yes, I did it.
You track your days now.
Yes, I've been tracking them, and it's just so good. And then like yesterday, for the first time ever, I like finished my giant 120-ounce water. It was amazing.
That's so good.
Yes.
You should show.
Okay,
because I don't love what she has, but for her it's working, because we each have our little preference. I'll do a B-roll overlay of what my jug of choice is, because I like a handle. She has a giant jug of choice that is, it doesn't have a handle, and it's so big that she has to hold it with 2 hands, which is not my favorite. But our straws are exactly the same. And I just think they're the best straws on the market, because they don't push to the bottom of the jar or the glass. That's massive. Like, it's as big as half your body. Literally, it's bigger than your head.
So yesterday was the first time that I actually drank this whole thing. Look at this. It's 128 ounces.
And it says you did it.
I did it.
Do you put water, infusion, or like lemon?
No, it's just straight up water.
Okay. I feel like lemon will help.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. I mean,
I love this. I'll link it for you below. We'll put it in.
Yeah, the other one's better. I should have bought what Amazon. I should have bought what Angela recommended.
I just like the other one. It's not as many ounces. Yours is 120 ounces. Mine's 73. But I'm like, just refill it.
It's super heavy though. Oh my gosh, it is like, oh my gosh.
That's not for me. But if you like to be a one and done girl, there you go. One and
Yes,
done.
I like it.
Awesome.
So-
Was there anything else I haven't asked you that you think the people need to know about Brightland?
Okay. So Angela has this drink. It's called like the faux margarita.
Oh yeah, the mocktail
And
margarita.
she's gonna link it because it's awesome.
You swear by that drink more than I do. I've had it like
Oh,
twice. You drink it all the time.
It's so good, and like I got the margarita salt. I'll show them.
Okay,
Yeah.
we got product recommendations for you today. We got the Brightland eating goods for you all day, every day. We're filming in April's house, by the way, and I was like, this is a nice YouTube setup. This is like super nice. So that's like legit.
This is legit margarita
Okay.
salt.
Get up close to the lens so they can see.
Look at this
for real.
twangarita. So super cool. Salt in there, and basically, I mean, she'll
We're
explain
vaccinated,
it.
just so
Yes,
y'all know.
we're vaccinated.
I should put
yes.
that at the very beginning of the video, so
Yes.
they're not judging. Like, why are you maskless? All right,
So
it's authentic.
it's authentic.
That's nice.
Where's
So
it
you
from?
rim your glass.
Oh yes, exactly. I rim my glass, but she explains it in the video, so check it out. But that drink is amazing because it just like completely cuts out the cravings. It's the salt and the
sourness.
The sourness,
Yeah.
so good and super helpful for me.
Has it helped you not binge?
Yes, 100%.
So
yes.
it has kept you bright on times when you were tempted.
Yes, exactly. So at nighttime, I usually have it. It feels like I'm having a margarita, but instead I'm having my faux rita.
It's like a dessert.
Yes.
I might have one tonight because we did just get some lime, little LaCroix.
Yeah, I really like the saltiness because sometimes, as with like keto, you need like magnesium and
Yes.
electrolytes.
That's what we were talking about. Like we were having vision blackouts standing up, and I told her, I said, it means that we're both potassium and magnesium deficient.
Right, exactly. So the salt really helps with that. Like I also get the electrolyte waters from like Whole Foods or Amazon. It was really good, or just anywhere, electrolyte water. Not with sugar though, but that really helps.
Okay.
So I definitely recommend that.
Good stuff, good stuff. Well, she's also on YouTube as well, and your channel's fashion.
Yes, exactly. It's
Okay.
curvy petite women.
Thank you, April. She's my girl, and I love her very much. We're like,
Oh, so I just did a video this week about FabFitFun because we both get it, and now we're gonna be matching. We're definitely gonna be twinning soon.
we love the twin accidentally.
Accidentally twinning.
We have a
Duster.
duster that we're like, she once texted me before an event, like, are you gonna wear your duster so we don't wear it at the same time? I'm like, yeah, I'm not wearing it today because she knows I wore it like all the time, and it's a palm print duster.
Right. We love some palm print.
And I have this too. Like I literally have it. I'm like, had I known, we would have been twinning for this. That's
Yes,
cute.
we'll have to do another video.
I love it. It
Twinning.
was good. Well, I wanted her to come on so you guys could meet one of my mastermind buddies and, just again, more of a beginner perspective because I've been doing this since September. So you're more of like the newbie, even though 3 months is really like you got some time under your belt. You've learned a lot.
Yeah.
So
Definitely. But yeah, it's still learning every day, but keeping it the same a lot, that also really helps me.
like keep your food.
Exactly the same, yeah. That definitely helps me because
Okay.
it takes off some stress.
That's another good tip.
Yeah.
I like to mix my food up. That's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. It's less convenient, but I'm like, I don't get bored with stuff,
Yeah. I haven't gotten bored yet.
Okay.
But yeah.
Good. Well, I think we're good.
Thank
All
you.
right, you guys, thanks so much for tuning in for this video. If you like it, be sure you hit that thumbs up and be sure you subscribe. I totally forgot to say at the beginning, so once again, I'll have to edit this. I upload every Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so be sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of those videos because I am all dedicated to Brightland eating, weight loss, extreme weight loss, overcoming cravings, all that good stuff. You know what I do. You know how I do. I do it big. But we're glad that you're here today for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.